And India, under leadership of Prime Minister Modi, luckily is doing super good, from last 8-9 years.
Hello, everyone. We are here today to introduce you to one of the most prominent and connected corporate lawyers that we know and the biz advisor of Indian origin and who is currently based in London, UK. It's none other than our own Vijay Goel, sir. It's actually my privilege to interview him for the Super Lawyer website and YouTube channel. I'm Divya Dwivedi, Senior Associate with LawSikho, and I welcome you to the program, sir. Due to the crunch of time, I will not read all of sir's accomplishments, but I would love to read some of it. That he was awarded by Indian Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, and he is board member of NRI Foundation, as well as the founder of Indo-European Business Forum, which was established in 2007. He is partner at Singhania and Company LLP. He is also chairman of ASSOCHAM UK, one of the largest chambers of commerce in India. Sir, I would like to welcome you once again and would love to start our journey of the question and answer. As you said, rapid fire. I would first ask about your journey, as in how you reached where you have reached and what were your plans, what we can learn from it. Please enlighten our learners.
Thank you very much. So I have a very humble journey. I grew up in a village in very remote area of UP. And I did my basic education there. Then for my higher education, I went to Lucknow. So where I did my law and, PGDBA, MBA. And then I joined Singhania and Company in Delhi in 1998. I was there for 2 years, and then in 2000, I came to London. Throughout the journey, I kept working hard. When I came to London, I didn't know anyone in London, and that was not my plan. I just came as a troubleshooter. Our Singhanian company had some trouble in London. So office is here from 1990. So I was sent, and then slowly working hard, meeting people, creating awareness about Singhanian company. And then slowly I kind of moved towards the business side as well. So we grew our team here in London, and then we also started helping foreign client to establish in India and Indian client to establish in UK. So initially we were only doing Indian law, but slowly we all established a kind of our UK practice. So and the team was close to 20 people in our office. So everything was okay. Nothing too great, not too bad. So it was a good learning curve, but in the whole process, I would say I could make some tremendous connection in India and all over the world, because London is a place, you can say, the financial capital of the world. London is a place as a startup capital of the world. So I think I'm being fortunate enough to have a blessing of Mr. Singhania and some of the other top business leader like Mr. GP Hinduja, and I am where I am. Thank you.
Wow, sir. So if you don't mind me asking which remote village you are talking about, UP, I'm from UP, so
This is a village called Tikunia Khiri in district Lakhimpur Khiri. It's roughly 225 kilometers from Lucknow.
Wow, sir. I'm from Varanasi, but yes, it's amazing to know where you are from. So I would like to move forward and understand, like you talked about startup foundation and everything. How does it work for you? How has it worked for you? And what is your experience till now? While you have been working with the Singhania and Company for so long, you have also experience around working with government, several governments, especially government of Andhra Pradesh and all. What was your experience, and what can you impart similar kind of experience with our learners so that they can also understand how it works in the real world, in the corporate world?
So I personally feel, one, your hard work. Secondly, the network you create. So you have to be persistent, keep working hard, keep meeting people, and then deliver. So one, the basic was a law, but more than law, I said our job was to establish companies. So for Andhra Pradesh government, our office address was their address in UK, and I assisted many companies from UK overseas to do business in Andhra Pradesh. So the key is, like for the corporate world, you deliver what they want. One, certainly the legal services, which is forte and bread and butter for us. But more than that, I feel we have to do value addition for corporate. Then they come back to you. So they should know, like he is the guy, go-to person. So whenever you need to make investment decisions, you know whom to call, where to get a trusted advice, where to get a connect. So that's why, I think it helps me.
That's something which I also would love to learn. So, sir, you
Mm.
are saying that as a lawyer, we also have to learn how to interact with the world and how to make sure that we deliver what we are asked for. If you
Yes.
have been doing that and you have already grown, you have shown how it works, you have also interacted with political aspect of the world as well as corporate equally, but you have not forgotten your humility, your humbleness. How have you done that? What was your life mantra when you were doing that, with all your success around it, and you remaining humble as possible?
Again, I'm not sure, like the parameter for success. Sometimes I feel I have not achieved anything. So, but one, my parents were super humble, and I think that comes from the family side as well. And more or less, once you interact, if you are arrogant, then down the line, people won't like you. So I have hosted more than 10 chief ministers in UK. I was also chairman for London Chamber Asian Business Association, head of ASOCHAM, and a founder of Indo-European Business Forum. So these platform, and I'm also board member of multiple very large charities. So they given me privilege and connection to host any kind of big leaders. So by doing that continuously, when you work hard, when you continuously doing the same thing kind of, then you become used to. So I've been part of organizing multiple event, more than 100 event I must have hosted, where helping the chief ministers or other minister to interact with the investors. Similarly, from business people point of view, they also want to know when these ministers come or some bureaucrat come, what can they discuss. So I've been instrumental, apart from doing law, I've been instrumental in doing that as well. So that's one of the key.
So, if you don't mind sharing some snippets from that what kind of learning one can do, maybe reading, knowing people, how to start that particular, how to have that ice-breaking time when it comes to interacting with such successful people like you. Majorly, the newcomers, the entrants, they are a little scared of doing the same thing. They are scared as in, if we go ahead and talk and nobody responds, then what? What would be your
So,
suggestion?
like your organization, LawSikho, is a wonderful name. So certainly the lawyer has to be good in the law. But apart from that, sometime if you are given the responsibility for business development, then you are supposed to interact. You join the chamber and commerce, find out where are the networks, so and those network you join, and once you start going, then you slowly build up your network. And what I did, one of the key was, rather than joining the queue, I thought, why don't I create my own organization? So in 2007, I created Indo-European Business Forum, and I brought some of the really heavyweight business people like Mr. Hinduja, Mr. Anil Agarwal, Mr. S.P. Lohia, and many House of Lords, many member of Parliament on the board. So I think that was a good move. If I think in the retrospective, and that helped me, to bring the network.
Oh, so bringing that network was maybe then again the question arises that it may have been easy because you already were in the big leagues and it was easier for you to start and invite them for such business meetings and such interactions. But yes, we would love to learn about your mantra as well as in how you have reached where you have reached. But while I was going through your LinkedIn, and now I really can't stop myself seriously from asking your experience of sitting with the royals and having dinner or having lunch or during Diwali celebrations and being at the 10 Downing Street where you have always been. You have been invited there several times and you have obviously hosted so many chief ministers and ministers from India as well. What was your experience and how did you feel it was a little different from the corporate world or from the exact political world? And what was your experience? What can we learn from there?
I'm not sure I feel different. Certainly at different places you have different decorum, you have different kind of people. If you have, like, visit to Buckingham Palace, then you have in some event, then you have different kind of people. If you go to 10 Downing Street, then again they invite a selected, people. So, but these are all learning curve. So I guess these are the places where you go and you meet, all kind of people, not only from India, from around the world. And I think my interaction is mostly on how to help Indian companies to do business abroad, or how to help the foreign companies to navigate India. So generally, the conversations are around that. And India, under leadership of Prime Minister Modi, luckily is doing super good, from last 8 9 years. So certainly everyone is talking about India, thinking to do business with India. So that also helps not only me, virtually everyone, those who are from Indian origin. So we have advantage, and I think we should take the best advantage of that. And this is the best time where you have Rishi Sunak, who's a person of Indian origin, as well as Prime Minister Modi. They are determined to increase this business, to double the business between UK and India. So I think the environment, the whole atmosphere is in our favor.
I would love to really hear from you right now, as in the kind of business which you are seeing, the booming business, and the way India is working towards getting it a global status. Our Prime Minister Modi obviously is working day and night for doing so, but he's getting help from Indian diaspora as well. So, how integral it was for Indian government to do this, which has been happening for past decade, and what kind of changes have you seen in the way newcomers have come in the picture, and how it has affected the economic boost of India as well as other countries, especially UK where you are?
So I would say the Indian diaspora plays a very vital role. There are 30 million or more people of Indian origin outside India. And if I talk about UK, they are super active. When I was a chairman for London Chamber ABA, we published a report. And in our report, we found that there are 1,000 Indian companies in UK. They are kind of number two employer in UK. They contribute 10 times more to the UK economy compared to the other counterpart. There are more than 30 House of Lords of Indian origin. There are more than 10 MPs of Indian origin. The richest man of UK is Mr. Hinduja from many, many years, earlier Mr. Mittal. So these are the people who creates a bridge, living bridge. Those who help politically, culturally, financially, economically to build bridges between both the country. They are the people who are the role model. They are the people from economic side, from political side. Those who help other businesses to do business with India, or get the Indian businesses to have a confidence to do business outside India. So certainly the diaspora plays a very, very vital key and vital role in the promotion of India at the moment. And they will continue to do that. Like today in central London, I would say most of the properties are owned by Indian, most of the hotels are owned by Indian, care homes are owned by Indian. So Indians are doing super good here in London. So if you land at a Heathrow or any airport, you will not feel out of the place. Even if you cannot speak English, then still you can manage. There are 300 temples in UK. There are more than 10,000 Indian restaurant in UK. So it's like, home away from home.
Wow, so hearing all this is very encouraging when it comes to understanding how world is working for Indians. I would like to understand your views regarding unicorns and sustainable development in one of your posts. I would like to know more about how you see they are going to help our industries and economy grow and become a kind of developed nation, which we are not right now. We are only developing. So how is it helping us, and what would be your observation about Indo UK Business Summit, which you were also integral part of, which took place this year? How is it going to impact our economies? How is it going to impact the job market, and how it will be helping the newcomers, the new generation, as it is said that India is the youngest country in the world right now in terms of population?
I would say if you talk about a startup, again under leadership of Modi ji, a lot of incentive has been given. India is becoming, I guess, the largest startup capital of the world after US, UK, and India. We have more than 100 unicorns in India. These are the new entrepreneur, and these entrepreneurs generally are less than 40-year-old. So it's a new economy, new money, and they are whatever money they generate, they are ready to spend. And this is the completely new tech, fintech, edutech, health tech, all those kind of economy, which will take us 10 times faster compared to the growth which we did in past. Let's say in COVID time, you see how the Baiju has created a wave across India where people cannot even go to school. At least they have been educated. So the payment system, we are I think, the fastest and the creative and the newest technology in the payment world across the world. In telecom, our rate of tariff is the cheapest in the world. So I think we have leap bound, or we have kind of multiple technology, multiple in technology. I think our Indian entrepreneur or Indian startup or Indian, they do physics or they do math. Because of having a math and English background, it gives a lot of advantage. And we are now slowly going to conquer the world or having a good place in the world, not only in India. Today, out of 100 unicorn, at least more than 30 are thinking to do outside India as well. I am aware and in connect with many of those Indian unicorn, those who are looking to start or already started in UK and Europe. So because they have low cost base, they have advanced technology, they are eager, they are fearless, they are motivated. So I think this will certainly help in long way to India.
How to motivate our learners? Like, we at LawSikho, we are the largest legal edtech institution, and you have met Ramanuj and Abhyuday in person as well. In my view, they are one of the hardest working people I know. So I would ask you to give some key piece of advice for learners who are entering this world, how to make their name, how to reach out this kind of growing field, growing world, and where everyone has something to contribute. How should they move forward? Like you said, you come from very humble background, village in UP. People usually tend to say that we come from such a place, so we cannot grow that much. But you have shown the world that this is what we can do, even when we are coming from such humble backgrounds. So, what would be your advice?
One, I am super impressed with your team, Ramanojji and other team as well. I felt they are again very humble, very creative, very hardworking, and they have created, which is the should be admired. Secondly, for the young aspirant, I would say number one, you should have aspiration. You should not have any shy or any kind of fear that you cannot achieve. I think aim high. That's number one. Number two, hardworking. No, there is no alternate for the hard work. You have to continuously work hard. Otherwise, by luck, some people can be lucky, but not all. And third thing, keep your eyes and ear open. Whatever you are doing, don't restrict yourself only to that. In my view, you have to be versatile, to do multiple things. Fourthly, creating a network. You should be mindful of which are the networks like Chamber and Commerce, embassies, or wherever. Find out, become a member. If you cannot become a member, be part of it. Try to write to them, go and meet them, because the more you interact with the people, the more learning it will give to you. More connected, more confident you will become to face the world. And once you start meeting people, interacting with people, and we have the basic knowledge and your knowledge, then certainly you will grow. So nobody can stop you to grow.
How to move ahead in the same direction if we are looking forward to going global? Because I work here as a senior associate for international placement. So that's something which is always on my mind, as in how to go global, what kind of networking should I start doing, and what should be our focus points.
Going global means again getting connected with the world, which means getting connected with the law firm outside, the other networks outside, Chamber and Commerce outside. That's where you will reach to them, talk to them, have interaction with them. And the foreign embassies in India, that could be another way for you to reach out to the people outside. These are the way, and any guidance is needed, I'm happy to provide.
So thank you so much. Namaskar,
very good,
sir.
thank you. Namaskar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you.